Hi folks, Johnny Cope here. I'm just seeing a few threads about circular breathing for didge playing. So I want to share something that I've been using for a great many years that I came up with early on when I was learning to play didge. And that is what I call hand method. And basically you make a fist, well you make a fist basically, and then you open the top. So imagine you're trying to put some water in there. In fact, that's a good test if you can pour water in. So you're tensioning your fingers so that really nothing comes out. And I started doing that because I was commuting or driving around a lot and didn't have a didge. And I just needed to create some back pressure. So you can make the sort of size mouthpiece that you would normally play and blow into it. And you don't want a lot of air to leak out. It might leak out there or out through your fingers. So it takes a little bit of practice getting this right. You can vary the back pressure by, if you close it right down, you've got almost 100%, like 90% back pressure. So you're blowing out really hard, which is really good for putting some musculature and stretch into your cheeks. And with that little leaking, you'll find that if you're close to making the circular breath transition, so that the tongue is going back and the glottis is closing, the soft palate at the back is making that closure, which is where you're at when you sniff in. So you're going from what I call spit sniffing and back to blowing again, which is your tongue going forward. So your tongue is working like a piston. You can, with this method, when you take away the blowing and bring the tongue to the back to close it and take that sniff in, you'll find because so little is leaking, you've got this high back pressure, that your cheeks will very slowly deflate. So you can concentrate on this forwards and backwards motion of your tongue, this sort of piston, and getting that sniff in. And as you get better at it, more proficient, then you can start leaking here. And the more you leak, so the closer it gets to being like a didge and blowing out and under less and less back pressure, the more you've got to start using your cheeks to squeeze in, or spit as I call it, to keep the air going whilst you sniff in. Until then I've got probably about 50% back pressure with a big leak. So it starts to feel a bit more like a didge. And you'll find the only way you can keep going is to speed up, because the cheeks will fall down or squeeze down very fast. So you've got a smaller and smaller buffer. So you've got to get that sniff in very fast with your tongue forward again to open this. Open your throat and go back to blowing again. Which is very good then for a more advanced technique that I call pulse breathing, so that if you're wanting to play very fast, you're taking sniffs very quickly. So wherever I am, whether I'm without a didge or whatever, I'm always able to create that and keep up the sort of workout for the back of the throat, for the tongue, for the cheeks. It's just really handy, and it's way handier than any box didge or any travel didge. Okay, it doesn't sound great, but it's just a really good way to get the circular breathing going, keep it going, and keeping it exercised. So hopefully that might be useful. Thanks for watching.